trying to end the war in Ukraine. And I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. A round of talks appears to be set for tomorrow in Saudi Arabia as President Trump pushes Russia's leader, Vladimir Putin, to negotiate a truce.
I think he wants to end it, and they want to end it fast.
Officials in Moscow say Russia's foreign minister plans to be in Saudi Arabia tomorrow. For the U.S., it'll be Secretary of State Marco Rubio, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and Trump Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff. But Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says he will not accept any agreement if Ukraine's not directly involved in those talks. Zelensky tells NBC's Meet the Press they still need U.S. military aid.
Of course, in all the difficult situations, you have a chance, but we will have low chance to survive without support of the United States.
And European leaders are meeting today on American relations. They, too, have been excluded from U.S. and Russian talks on ending the war in Ukraine. Today marks 500 days since the Hamas terror attack triggered the war in Gaza.
We are cautiously optimistic that we can still see Omri home soon.
But Moshe Levi tells Fox they're fearful Hamas may not release his brother-in-law if the ceasefire agreement with Israel falls apart. A flooding disaster endures in Kentucky. 9 people have been killed, many swept away in cars. About 1,000 other people had to be pulled out of the water. Governor Andy Bashir says crews are
exhausted, but they continue to go out and make rescue after rescue after rescue.
One of the many legal challenges to President Trump's federal spending cuts and layoffs has reached the Supreme Court.
The head of the Office of Special Counsel, Hampton Dellinger, says President Trump illegally fired him on February 7th. Dellinger says he got a one-sentence email notifying him about his termination with no reason for the firing. And he says that violates the precedent for removing independent agency officials.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. We heard from President Trump earlier about Russia. He spoke after going to the Daytona 500, NASCAR's season-opening race. William Byron drove away the winner last night. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Audio presents the Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door, exploring the life and crimes of 5 serial predators from across the United States.
It's a very disturbing case.
In never-before-heard interviews and first-hand perspectives.
Described as pure evil. That's a good description.
The Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door. Follow and listen starting February 25th at foxtruecrime.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
It is time to take the quiz.
5 days a week, it's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
What are the 2 active volcanoes on mainland Europe called?
Is Vesuvio one of them?
Vesuvius and Etna.
How'd you do exactly? These get tougher, so hang on.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox. Then come back here to see how you did. Thank you for taking the quiz.
The Democrat anger is simmering over the Justice Department ordering bribery and corruption charges be dropped against New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who's been cooperating with the Trump administration on illegal immigration raids and deportations. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries tells ABC's This Week.
This Department of Justice is not promoting law and order. It's promoting lawlessness and disorder.
Mayor Adams told Fox last week it's silly the allegations his cooperation is a quid pro quo to get the case dropped. The prosecutor and 6 others of the DOJ resigned in protest. Speaking of the Trump push to go after illegal immigrants who've committed crimes or are security threats.
Arrests of illegals are up 137% compared to a year ago, with over 12,000 taken into custody between January 20th and February 8th. Border czar Tom Homan commented while appearing on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures, saying border crossings are down 90%.
Less people are dying crossing the border. Less Americans are dying from fentanyl overdoses. Less women and children being sex trafficked across that border. Less terrorists are getting in.
But he says the work is actually just beginning.
At last count, we had over 600,000 illegal aliens with criminal convictions walking the streets of this country. So we got a lot of them to find.
Homan expressed continued frustration at sanctuary cities that are still not granting ICE agents access to those scheduled to be deported. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
As the price of eggs keeps surging because of a bird flu outbreak, one state's doing what it can.
The legislation signed by Nevada's Governor Joe Lombardo authorizes Nevada's Department of Agriculture to temporarily suspend a state ban on caged eggs when supply is strained by animal diseases. The governor saying the bipartisan measure aims to lower the cost of eggs and directly benefit Nevada families.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising modestly after gains last week. The Dow went up slightly, but the Nasdaq rose more than 2%. There's no trading today, though, for the President's Day holiday. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
The WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Crossville Cumberland County Emergency Management Agency officials say high winds caused possible structure damage to French's shoes Sunday morning. A Facebook post indicating that strong gusts of wind shifted the business's roof, resulting in the closure of parts of North Main Street. That closure to continue until the building is deemed safe. A Hamilton County man pled guilty last week to second-degree murder in the death of a Putnam County child. Putnam County Sheriff's Office says 30-year-old Justin Dixon received a 20-year prison sentence. A grand jury indicted Dixon a little more than 2 years ago after a child died from severe injuries sustained under Dixon's care. The Tennessee Higher Education Commission has approved the new standalone computer science PhD program at Tennessee Tech. University officials say the new offering will further strengthen Tech's standing as the state's premier STEM university. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Today's Monday. It's the 17th of January. It's cold.
25. And it said it feels like 16.
Don't like it a bit.
All the wind.
It's supposed to get down. There's, Wednesday, 8 or 9 or some
it's
ridiculous thing.
Real cold and then a wintry mix.
Yeah, about an inch or two is kind of what they're calling for, I think. I don't know. I'm over it already.
2 to 5.
2 to 5 inches. I hadn't heard that. I've heard 1 to 2 inches.
Well, we'll just ask Anthony Taylor.
We can if you want, but I just heard
He's
that.
the one that told us.
Well, then I guess he changed it.
Maybe he changed it since I saw it.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to keep up with these snow totals.
Yeah, a high today only going to be about 37, so it is going to be cold. And then over the weekend we had storms.
I was without power 7.5 hours.
Ooh, mine wasn't that long. It was about an hour.
7.5. There was 3 big trees across my road. Of course, that took the power lines with it. Where these trees are is a pretty good slope.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to close my road down. Couldn't get out one way.
Well, goodness.
Yeah.
Did you just stay in?
I felt like I was on Little House on the Prairie.
You didn't go anywhere, just stayed in.
Stayed in.
Well, that's what a lot of
I did go over to my mom and dad's because they have a generator and I desperately needed coffee. I was on my way to make coffee. I just emptied out the grounds from the last bit of coffee.
Yeah.
And so I was on my way I'd already put water in.
You all were almost there.
Almost there. And then as soon as I put the little basket in to start putting that's when
They're like, no, you don't.
5:52 a.m.
Oh, pitiful.
7.5 hours later, got that back.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my plight.
Was
on
that
Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Cordell Hall Lake said several Army Corps of Engineers Nashville District dams are like spilling over and will be over the next 2 days. So they want us to know that if you want to get out and fish or anything.
Now's not a good time.
Now's not good. The conditions are very unsafe.
That's
like,
funny.
you want to get out and fish? Well, yeah, you can. We should.
Now ain't the time,
it said, since the dams will be spilling over, keep in mind, keep a safe distance from the dams and spillways. Avoid boating or fishing in the restricted areas. Always heed warning signs, buoys, and sirens. And wear a life jacket when in the water.
Tennessee Tech celebrating 100 years of the Golden Eagle. The Golden Eagle was chosen as the mascot in 1925. The other choices, and I didn't know this. Did you know? You know what the other choices were other than Golden Eagle?
No.
Tech Warriors, Mountain Eagles, and Lions.
I like the mountain eagle.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means differently, but it sounds like we're mountain people.
The Golden Eagle.
I think that's a good one, though.
It won 139 to 18. I mean, it was like
everybody agreed on that one.
let's do Golden Eagle.
Yeah, let's do it.
So pretty cool deal there. And there's another thing I saw in here. So the first like actual costumed mascot was in the 60s. Awesome Eagle debuted in 1984. Now I remember the one before Awesome Eagle.
Oh, do you?
And it's on display at Tech. I forgot exactly where. I saw Jack Johnson put out a picture with it.
Yep.
But anyway, you can go see it, and it's kind of creepy now.
Well,
looking at it
they have
now.
as much stuff as they do now to put them together.
The Awesome Eagle character came in 1984, and the one that we recognize today, that one started in 1990. So, I mean, it's almost time for an upgrade.
It is.
For Awesome Eagle there. I guess I'm supposed to be more with Grandpa Eagle now. You know how there's the old...
I know, I like it. I like it because he's got a Facebook page.
I don't like it.
Grandpappy Eagle.
I don't like Grandpappy Eagle. But happy birthday, Awesome Eagle, 100 years.
That's pretty cool. Well, Nick Barris, you know, the Channel 5 News.
Yeah.
Nick Barris, he posted something about Burgess Falls in Tennessee. Of course, somebody took a picture and sent it to him, and it's really, since the rains have been happening, it's really overflowing. And he goes, "Is this Niagara Falls?" No, it's Burgess Falls. And he said it's on the Falling Water River located within the Burgess Falls State Park in Putnam and White counties. It spills 136 feet into a large limestone gorge enclosed by sheer 100 to 200 feet walls.
Yeah, it is.
And he said, "I've never seen it look like this. Incredible. Wow." And it's just really flooding and pouring over.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even see the limestone.
Yeah, a lot of the drone videos and pictures that people have gotten of the waterfalls over the past couple of days have been unbelievable. I mean, that water's just shooting out everywhere.
It is, and it's like crazy to see the pictures. It's really neat. But anyway, if y'all don't follow Nick Barris, you should, because he does mention this area a lot.
He must like it.
Yeah.
The Overton County Highway Department, they've decided they're going to start using green signs to make sure people know what roads the county maintains.
Oh, okay. I guess that's good.
Yeah, I don't know what color signs they were using before. I
always thought every road sign was green.
Me too.
Green and white.
But I guess it's new for Overton County. I don't know what they were using before. I never paid attention. Was it blue?
I cannot.
I don't remember.
Well, I know there's some parts of Kentucky that didn't use any signs, and it was real hard to get to where you're going in Kentucky.
I think South Carolina has the most awful road signs.
Is it?
I think, personally.
Well, we were talking about Tennessee Tech and how the Golden Eagle is 100 years old, our mascot. Well, Tennessee Tech is honoring an astronaut. Of course, it's Barry Wilmore, or Butch. There is a magazine called Visions that Tennessee Tech puts out, and they are honoring Butch because of all of his. He's a former graduate of Tennessee Tech, and he played football there. He's attracted international attention during his extended stay at the space station, which is supposed to come home, we thought, February this month. It's going to be next month now.
Well.
Oh, poor old Butch. And of course, it's the maiden voyage of a Boeing Starliner. That the reason he's up there, and expected to return to Earth in March on the SpaceX.
All right.
But that's kind of cool that they're honoring him. He deserves it.
Well,
I mean, he's been in space. Probably he broke a record with this one.
I don't know what the record is of being stuck in space, because he didn't go up there intentionally.
No, he was going up there for 60 days at the most?
He went up there intentionally.
Yes.
He didn't mean to stay this long.
He wasn't going to stay intentionally.
So he's stuck in space. Not lost in space. It's not like, warning, Will Robertson, but
yeah,
he's one step from it.
I'll be glad when he just gets home.
Me too. I'm worried about him.
I am too.
Just think about your mental stability.
I'd have already lost it. I'd have lost it on day 2. All right, let's give me a week. Give me a week.
I'd give you the ride up there.
Oh my goodness, it makes me palpitate thinking about just the taking off.
Just think one day there'll be a Space Buc-ee's.
Space Buc-ee's.
One day there will be on your way to Mars. Be on your way to Mars. Oh, look, here comes Space Buc-ee's.
Maybe we'll get them to advertise with us after that one. Thanks, Jason.
Space Dollar General.
Man, that would be. They're probably already in space.
They probably are, just waiting for us up there. Anything else? I'm done with things you need to know.
All right. I was going to say White County E911 posted that they would like to say thanks to White County Office of Emergency Management, Matt McBride, Jason Sparks, Thomas Steele, and Earl Emerton, because they had some storms, of course, there, and it knocked over their awning. And they helped move that too. And they said thanks to all of them for
who's on and got knocked down?
It was E911.
Oh, E911.
Yeah, and they went out and helped and get that out of the, I guess, electric lines and everything.
Did you hear about French's Shoes in Cookeville?
No, what?
I'm not sure which one it is. There's two just right there.
Uh-huh.
The wind got so bad through there that it actually what they think happened is it lifted the roof off of one and kind of turned it just a little bit.
Yeah.
And so they've had to close the French's Shoes in Cookeville.
I'm sure that's leaking.
Well, I'm sure it ain't great.
No.
And I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know if it's so bad, that it's, I don't know. They're gonna have to assess that, but I know right now it's closed temporarily till they figure out what to do. But isn't that crazy?
It's really crazy.
It was some really crazy wind over the weekend.
Everybody thinks, tornado, but not necessarily. Straight line winds can do that kind of damage. So.
Well, with all that and the trees down, all that rain beforehand just made the ground so soft, and it just pushed them over on my road. Just pushed them, bing, 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 bing.
Well, I know we need to get into a break, but I wanted to say JCPenney's, they're going to close across 8 states. But I checked, and it hasn't listed the one in Cookeville, JCPenney's. So they merged with another company, and they think that might have something to do with them closing certain stores.
Boy, that'd leave a big hole over there in what used to be the mall.
Yeah. But so far, they have not mentioned them as being one of the ones closing.
No.
It's 8 different states, though.
Well, we'll see. There's a lot of those big box stores that are closing right now.
Yeah.
It's 6:18. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We've got Your 2 Cents. That's brought to you by Freedom Pond. That's at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. So we'll get into Your 2 Cents coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window Studio.
Discover the savings at Freedom Pawn, located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. We're not your typical pawn shop. Explore our extensive selection of jewelry, tools, gaming systems, knives, and guitars, perfect for any enthusiast. For the archery lover, we offer Barnett crossbows and other top brands. And don't forget, we're your trusted guns and ammo store with the best selection around. Visit us today. Just look for the Bigfoot in front of the store and see why Freedom Pawn in Sparta is your ultimate destination for great deals.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. Have you ever really spent time planning for life after work? If not, you're not alone. For most, it's a scary thought. Making sense of investments, Social Security, Medicare. To make it worse, the advice people typically get is from salespeople or family members who got their information from salespeople. We are here to take the mystery and fear out of retirement. The next step is yours. Call 615-851-1950 or go to paulwinkler.com. That website is paulwinkler.com, creating confident investors.
And now located in Cookeville.
At Gentry's Power Equipment on Buffalo Valley Road, they bring value to your outdoor projects with unbeatable deals. Like right now, enjoy a $750 instant rebate on select Exmark laser models. Plus, take advantage of 1.99% financing for 48 months on all models. Need the perfect tool? Visit your local Steel dealer for expert advice and legendary products you won't find in big box stores. Seize the moment and elevate your outdoor game with Gentry's Power Equipment.
Hey everyone, it's Magic Mike at Carlin Chevrolet, and love is in the air. We love our customers, and to prove it, we're saving you money. This month, we're selling almost every new vehicle at true factory invoice pricing. On top of that, you get the rebates. We'll give you top dollar for your trade, and if you're loyal to us, we'll be loyal to you. If you own a Chevrolet 2011 or newer, trade it or keep it, you get extra money off. Come down to the corner of Spring and Willow and feel the love of savings. See you soon.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops! Receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried Easy Cater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're gonna need a bigger recycling bin.
Easy Cater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here, live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:22 now.
And your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond on Mayberry Street in Sparta. They have everything you need to get you started for what? Mowing season?
Well, sure, Sheila.
Protection with their guns and ammo.
Well,
even
that's right, Sheila.
Barnett, bows and arrows.
You've got that right, Sheila.
And TVs and guitars.
Wow. All of that?
And more. Thanks. That was good, Jason. What is an item that is no longer worth it because of how expensive it's become?
An item that's no longer worth it because of how I don't know.
There's a few here that says this, but I need this.
What?
Eggs.
Oh.
I know it's expensive, and I don't like how expensive they've become, but don't you still need them?
I mean, I don't know.
I say it's not worth it.
It
isn't worth that price.
Well, I'm lucky I can just drive around the road and get some eggs.
But if you didn't have anywhere to get them, you'd pay that price because you need them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd pay it. I noticed that
you don't want to pay it.
Hardee's and Waffle House
Surcharges.
Yeah, they're up charging for eggs.
And then people think it's ridiculous, and I'm thinking, they're probably. I mean, they buy a lot, so I'm sure it's a lot more money for them.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. I don't like it.
A lot of talk about people getting chickens of their own.
Yes.
And that sounds fun.
But it's a lot of work.
But when you have to go out when it's 8 degrees,
you can't forget about them. You still got to feed them and tend to them.
Make sure they've got water that's not frozen and feed them and all of that stuff. And then if you get new chickens, it's going to be a while before they make an egg.
Yep.
And also they don't make a lot of eggs when it's cold. They don't like laying eggs when it's cold.
It takes a lot of energy for them.
And then all the stuff you got to do to protect them from all the...
Yeah, and let me tell you, you got to have it batten down the hatches kind
Yeah.
of thing, because if something wants your chicken, they're
They'll
going to
get
try
'em.
their best to get them.
So it sounds all romantic and stuff.
On that being said, though, I have had some sweet pet hens,
But don't just run and get chickens because you think that you're going to produce a bunch of eggs.
because there's a lot more to it. If you don't know
Yeah.
what you're doing, that's
Right.
not good either.
Now, if you've never had farm animals before, chickens are a great place to start. 'Cause
I'd start more with a guinea pig than one.
Guinea pig's not a farm animal, Sheila. All right, what are other people saying?
Well, I had to stop you somehow. You went on into a side
I
tangent.
didn't want people to be getting chickens and then
You
not,
say I get off the
and not
subject.
know what they're getting into. I'm trying to protect the chicken.
That's the truth, because those chickens are going to be more expensive
Right.
too, because they lay eggs.
Right.
What are other people saying?
Yeah.
Well, new vehicles, an item that is no longer worth it because of how expensive it is. New vehicles.
Yeah, I looked at a new truck, and I'm sure it's worth it, but it was like $80,000. That's nice, but that ain't for me. $80,000 truck. Nope.
Johnny said fast food.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's more expensive. It doesn't taste as good.
Russell said Netflix. It's went up if you go with the not having commercials.
And
I'm like, I'm not doing that. Don't trick me, Netflix.
and it is getting less and less worth it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I hate subscribing to something where I have paid like a monthly fee and I still get all the commercials. So they're getting my monthly fee
mhm.
plus they're charging for the commercials to sponsor stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all are really making some money.
Well, it's like all of us that cut the cord a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't even cut the cord now.
Right. It's like, what's the difference?
Because that's what we got away from, and now
Maybe
here
we
we're
need to just go back to the TV.
right, because that's how it was before. I mean, you'd pay for cable, and then you still have to watch commercials, even in on demand.
Mhm.
You'd have to watch the commercial.
Oh, yeah, it's not a newfangled thing, is it? It's just me just growing
Right.
up and getting older and getting
Right.
mad at having to pay extra.
You're just getting old and griping about it.
Somebody else said automobiles. Sydney said postage stamps because one letter costs over 50 cents.
I couldn't tell you the last time I mailed something.
I did at Christmas, but I got those forever stamps a long time ago.
Oh,
Because I'm like, so it's always going to be a good stamp no matter how much it goes up.
that's right.
So you get you a whole bunch of them now.
Right.
Save you some money in the long run.
Good investment, Sheila.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Somebody else said TV. Sean said Disney World's too expensive. Ain't worth it.
It is too expensive.
Car insurance. And then somebody said
Insurance.
Yeah. Insurance,
Just
car
insurance.
insurance. Just insurance in general.
Right.
And then Craig said real food. I mean, fast food's expensive, real food's expensive.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
I guess pay it because we got to eat. I mean, I don't know what else to do about it.
You're so simple. Just pay it because you got to eat.
But you got to eat. Maybe we don't need to eat as much. Maybe that's part of the new Make America Healthy again. Can't afford it. Just eat less.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what they're doing, but I mean, you could do
Might
that.
be.
You could do that.
Maybe you can, what's it called? When you, go on a fast instead of
Fast.
fast food.
Yeah.
Fast for a little bit, eat good for a little bit.
I do love fast food, though. It's been one of the hardest things to give up in my little diet.
I think some of that is like a drug.
And then I'm letting myself eat what I want one day a week.
Yeah.
That's on Fridays, and that's at the Doodle.
Mm-hmm.
And I had catfish,
Yeah.
and it was
Delicious.
so satisfying
Yeah.
after a week of trying real hard to eat right. Something about it.
It is. And then they got the best onion rings at the Doodle.
Spoiler alert, that's coming up next. That's the latest in the world of entertainment and music. I guess they took off for President's Day too.
You didn't get anything?
There's a few things, but
Something's
nothing.
happening, and others are reruns, right?
But nothing real. I watched a little bit of the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary, and it was good. So we'll get to that in a minute, I guess. That's all coming up in Spoiler Alert here on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window Studios. Jason and Sheila.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Overnight storms downed trees and power lines as they passed through the Upper Cumberland Sunday morning. In Putnam County, Mayor Randy Porter reported at least 55 roads with trees down yesterday. Volunteer Energy Cooperative and Upper Cumberland Electric reporting a combined 10,000 customers without power at one point. No reports of any injuries thus far. A crimes against children investigation has resulted in the arrest of a Smithville man. Cookeville police charging 40-year-old Christopher Edward Williams with sexual exploitation of a minor last week. Authorities say they determined that Williams owned a Snapchat account that contained child sexual abuse materials. The Tennessee Higher Education Commission has approved a new standalone computer science PhD program at Tennessee Tech. University officials say the new offering will further strengthen Tech's standing as the state's premier STEM university. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. William Byron won the Daytona 500 for the second straight year yesterday after 2 lengthy rain delays and multiple late wrecks. Byron becomes the first back-to-back winner at the Daytona 500 since Denny Hamlin in 2020 and 2021. Ludwig Åberg won the Genesis Invitational on the PGA Tour yesterday. Åberg shot a final round 66 and birdied the final hole to beat out Maverick McNeely for his second ever tour title. Vanderbilt women's basketball player Michaela Blakes broke a freshman scoring record for Division I, scoring 55 points in a 98-88 win over Auburn in overtime yesterday. Blakes went 23 of 24 from the free throw line and 15 of 28 from the field. The number 15 Tennessee Lady Vols beat Ole Miss yesterday 80-71. Jewel Spears scored 28 on 9 of 11 shooting to lead the Lady Vols to their second straight win. The UConn women ended South Carolina's 71 home game win streak as they beat them 87-58 yesterday. The Lady Gamecocks have won 2 out of the last 3 national championships, but suffered their first conference loss and first home loss all this season. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7
The Fox Business Report
The Hub.
is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that Broadcom and TSMC are looking into deals that would split Intel. The American chip-making icon has been struggling with innovation and manufacturing setbacks, along with declining market share. Broadcom is focusing on Intel's chip design and marketing business, while the Taiwan-based TSMC is eyeing Intel's chip plants. A White House official said President Trump would probably not back a deal, however, in which a foreign entity ran Intel's factories. China's President Xi Jinping met with business leaders Monday in an effort to revive the country's sagging economy, which has been impacted by the pandemic, a tightening of regulations, and a real estate crisis. Alibaba co-founder Jack Ma among those who attended the meeting. The markets are closed today for President's Day. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Laura Cantor, invested in you.
Something amazing is happening in business. More companies are turning to Mac. From finance to fulfillment, CDW will seamlessly support Mac integration into your organization. With the power of Apple Silicon, best-in-class security, and compatibility across your favorite apps, your team will have the performance they need and the tools they love. Make amazing happen. Mac and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/Apple.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
All eyes turning towards our winter weather event. That goes into effect Tuesday night into Wednesday. There is a winter storm watch out for areas north of Cookeville and along and north of the I-40 corridor. But today will be a dry day, mostly sunny, mid-30s overnight, mid-20s. Will be near 40 on Tuesday. Then the snow moves in, could see anywhere from 2 to 5 inches.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:35 now.
And Shannon Cantrell from the Overton County Livingston Chamber of Commerce will be in here after 7 o'clock. They're looking for somebody to take her place. We'll talk to her about that. Also, Victoria Wynn from Putnam Home Show. It's going to be at the new Convention Center in Cookeville on Tennessee Avenue. It's happening this coming Saturday. Starts at 10 a.m. and goes on up until the late evening, I think.
That's going to be a big show.
It's going to be a huge show,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to talk to her about that at 7:30.
No doubt. Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Super Bowl champs Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley are going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight. So if you want to watch that. On regular TV, got The Bachelor on ABC, The Voice on NBC. On TV, a Black History Month special, that's on CBS. And Thomas Jefferson, a series premiere, that's going to be on the History Channel. So that'll be interesting to learn about Thomas Jefferson. I like when the History Channel just picks one and shows everything about that person.
Yeah, and then go in detail a little bit better.
I like
so.
that. New to stream on Netflix, American Murder, the Gabby Petito.
Yeah, Petito.
She's the one from Alabama. They got lost in the Gulf of America now.
No.
That's not it.
No, they were up in the Grand Tetons, and they traveled together. Then she went missing in the Grand Tetons. He came back home without her.
Yeah, I remember that.
And everybody was suspicious about that, and then it wound up that he took his own life, and then they found his book, like his little notebook they'd been writing, saying that he did kill her.
Classic mistake on his part.
It was a lot, so I'm probably gonna be watching.
He must never watched any SVU or anything like that.
Probably not.
Keep a notebook of it.
Well, no, he was like, because he wanted to admit to it before.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he admitted to it. She hit her head. He pushed her and she hit her head on a rock. Is what he said.
Gabby's Dollhouse, that's on Netflix, season 11 of that. I don't know if that's a little kid show.
Nothing to do with the other thing, Gabby Petito.
Hip, High Intellectual Potential, that's on Hulu, season 4 of that, which I don't know what that is.
Me either, but we need to be watching it with that high intellectual, because that's us.
I think we've proved that every day.
Oh, yeah.
There is no doubt about that. Kate Winslet's going to make her directorial debut with the family drama Goodbye June for Netflix. She'll also star in it along with Toni Collette and Helen Mirren.
Oh, well, my goodness.
So that'll be
You're
good.
Make a directorial debut. Just get those two. You won't even have to direct them. They're great.
Maybe Kate Winslet will let the man live in this movie. A new trailer's been posted for another John Lennon documentary, Borrowed Time, Lennon's Last Decade. No release date.
That sounds interesting.
Props and costumes featured in the Oscar-nominated Bob Dylan biopic, The Complete Unknown, will go on display at both the Bob Dylan Center and the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The new exhibit, Stepping into the Unknown, will debut on February 28th. So that'd be pretty neat to see, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind going to the Woody Guthrie Center. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either, but I think that'd be some cool history there.
Saturday Night Live celebrated their 50th anniversary. And it started off with Paul Simon and Sabrina Carpenter. Did you see it?
I didn't see the first part of it. I saw some of it. That's Sabrina Carpenter. She even did a video of one of her songs with Dolly.
Yeah, please.
Everybody's working with her.
So you got to go watch that. I don't know if she got inspired by Dolly when she did a song with Dolly or not, but there are pieces of the song that she sang with Paul Simon where if you closed your eyes, it could have easily been Dolly Parton singing with him.
Huh.
It was spooky. And so I can't wait to hear Dolly do Sabrina Carpenter's Please, Please, Please song, to hear what that sounds like together.
Yeah.
Because
so you haven't.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's really good. I didn't realize how much she sounded like her or even favored her until that video.
Yeah. I mean,
it's pretty amazing. I mean, that she looks like she could be her daughter or granddaughter.
Well, when you hear these pop singers sing anymore, you automatically think, well, that's doctored up. That's auto-tune. Yeah. She can't really sing, blah, 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 blah. And then you hear her sing. Like, oh my gosh, that girl's actually
she's good.
Super
she's
talented.
A real deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve Martin, he did the monologue and did good.
Super talented.
Yeah. Tom Hanks introduced in memoriam segment dedicated to sketches and characters that have aged horribly, and there was a lot of them. Jack Nicholson was there, and he introduced Adam Sandler. Then Adam Sandler went up there and did a 50-year anniversary song, and not only was it funny, at the end it was pretty touching.
Yes, which is.
Did you see that?
I saw that. That's what Adam's all about. He makes us laugh, and then he gets us right in the feels.
Yeah. Bill Murray, he was on a Weekend Update. Of course, he was the anchor on Weekend Update.
I saw that where he ranked the anchors.
Yeah, that did pretty good. I like that Colin Jost and Michael Che. I think they do a good job.
I love it because Che tries to get Colin cracked up, and he makes him read certain things that he wrote, but he doesn't know what it said until he reads it.
It's hysterical. Yeah, I think they do a great job together. Eddie Murphy portrayed Tracy Morgan in Black Jeopardy.
Yes.
And nailed it. I mean, sounded just like him and standing right next to him.
I know. I loved that skit.
They were all cracking up, because it was so funny. Eddie Murphy's still the funniest guy in the room. I mean, all those comedians there, Eddie Murphy is still the best. I mean, he's just great. Ryan Reynolds appeared.
Scarlett Johansson did a couple of times too. I know. I saw her.
Scarlett Johansson's been hanging out there since she's dating Colin Jost. Married to Colin Jost.
They've been married a while.
I keep forgetting that they're married.
Yeah, you don't even think that would go together, do you?
No, because why would he's he's the lowly, Saturday Night Live news guy.
Mm-hmm. It probably makes pretty good money.
But you wouldn't think he'd be.
You've bought into him being the
in guy talk. You wouldn't think he could pull.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. When she's so pretty and sexy that they're making like AIs of her and artificial robots.
One of the highest paid female actresses.
Yeah.
And then she's married to the guy who does Weekend Update.
It makes me love her though, kind of,
Yeah, but I guess that's why that's I always forget, because that's just hard to believe.
They're not a match that you would think in your head. Yeah.
Cher was there last night.
Looking fantastic.
Well, for her age, yes.
75, 77.
Yeah, for 75, sure.
Wearing skimpy stuff? Come on. Dolly did it, and Dolly was cute.
Dolly's different.
It's Dolly.
And Paul McCartney closed out the show. And Lil Wayne, Miley Cyrus was there, and she did a good job. Forgot who she was singing with.
from, I forget the lady's name. She was with the group called Alabama Shakes.
Yeah.
And I forget her name. I really like her a lot.
Really good.
They did Nothing Compares to You.
Yes.
In tribute to and memory of Sinead O'Connor.
Mm-hmm.
And then Prince, he wrote it.
Yeah. But they did a great job on that. If you missed the 50th anniversary, it's
worth a watch.
It's definitely worth watching for sure. At the box office over the weekend, Captain America: Brave New World took the #1 spot, $88.5 million.
Doesn't surprise me at all because I know there's a lot of folks looking for that one to come out.
Paddington in Peru, the Sheila Scruggs story, comes in at $13 million.
For those of you that don't know, I have a blue coat and I wore a red hat with it, not knowing that I would look just like Paddington.
Paddington Scruggs over there. Hard Eyes comes in at #3, Dog Man at #4, and Niza 2, which I never heard of. Yeah, sounds like a new energy drink, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
$7.2 million for it. So Captain America: Brave New World it took the box office by storm. That's all I got for spoiler alert. Not a lot happening. I'm sorry.
Pretty interesting.
Sorry.
I enjoyed talking about Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it was real good. Y'all should go watch that if you get a chance. It's on demand on Peacock, I think.
Yes.
I think that's where it is. It's 6:46, and coming up, we've got The Real Good, and we'll start another round of Ask Sheila. Last week, Sheila got 11 correct answers.
We'll see how this week goes. It could be totally different.
There's no telling how it could go. So stick around. We'll see how we get the week started with Ask Sheila on the way. Coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window studio. We'll be right back.
Now through March 23rd, Cumberland County Playhouse presents The Wizard of Oz. Join Dorothy and Toto as they are swept over the rainbow to the magical land of Oz. They meet the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion, and they journey together to find the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Don't miss The Wizard of Oz, rated G, and co-sponsored by Plateau Pediatrics, First Bank, Comfort Suites Quality Inn, and the family of Owen Golden. The Playhouse education sponsor is Swallows Insurance. Call 931-484-5000 or visit ccplayhouse.com.
Join Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity for their Race to Build Hope 5K Run Walk, Saturday, March 29th at 8 a.m. at the Livingston Central Park. The race is supporting Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's mission to build affordable homes and strengthen communities. So lace up and join the fun Saturday, March 29th at 8 a.m. at Livingston Central Park for Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's Race to Build Hope 5K Run Walk. To register, visit uchabitat.org.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2, 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614, or visit hayesdentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
For the love of the climb, for the love of the fall, for the love of knowing your kids' laughter is the sweetest music there is, for the love of Tennessee. Travel safe. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
They say time is money. Well, I'm about to save you a lot of both. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford of Cookeville. Right now, Ford of Cookeville is offering an oil change and tire rotation for just $29.95. We'll do it right in your own driveway with our Ford Mobile Service team. Our factory-trained technicians perform expert service right where you are with our state-of-the-art mobile service Ford Transit vans. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details. Price 20.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window studio. Here before long, we're going to start telling you about Willow Window summer spaces. And they've got some really neat options. And we'll get John Norris in here and hopefully be able to show you around the Willow Window showroom. When they start getting that stuff in, he was showing us some of the stuff that they're getting ready to do.
It's pretty amazing.
It's awesome. So if you've been thinking about doing something like that, building yourself out a summer space, Willow Window is going to be able to take care of you on that. And it's going to be, the same type of employee too. They don't subcontract out. They're guys.
It's really important.
Yeah.
Willow Window.
And that's something else that's real important to them that I think is awesome is when they tell you what time they're going to show up, that's what time they show up.
Yeah, and if something happens where they can't or something, they'll call and
let
you know.
Right.
We're running 30 minutes late or something.
Always up front. So
impressive.
You're keeping that in the back of your mind, or heck, you can probably come over here today and they can show you some pictures of it if you want to get a early start or whatever.
You're right.
Every single day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it the real good. There's a city of Golden, Colorado. They recently hosted its annual Goldens and Golden Festival and welcomed hundreds of golden retrievers and their humans.
I would love to be there for that.
The event started in 2019, aims to attract visitors during the slower winter months. I figure they'd have like skiing and stuff. Maybe, I don't know where Golden, Colorado is. The festival includes a campfire cocktail bar, breakfast burritos, and plenty of photo opportunities. The event is a bunch of fun and helps boost profits for small businesses in the area, and even results in money being donated to the local animal shelters as proceeds from merchandise sales benefit the Golden Retrievers Rescue of the Rockies and Foothills Animal Shelter.
How cool.
So that's good. A lot of Golden Retrievers.
A lot of cute faces.
Fans of the Milwaukee Brewers baseball team enjoyed seeing the mascot, Bernie Brewer, at most home games. Fans also enjoy seeing a 7'3" sausage race around the stadium during the sixth inning of each game. Remember one time they got into a fight or something.
Yeah, it's funny to see people running in those costumes.
On Valentine's Day, Bernie Brewer and the Johnsonville famous racing sausage showed up at the Milwaukee Public Market to spread holiday cheer to people shopping there. Valentine's holiday cheer. Bernie Brewer handed out bouquets of red roses while the sausage distributed Valentine's cards saying, "You're the bun for me." Now, if you just randomly did that, you'd get arrested.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, good for them. To the city of Golden, Colorado, and their Golden Retriever Festival, and to the Milwaukee Brewers and the Johnsonville famous racing sausage. Y'all are real good. All right, Sheila.
All right, Jason.
You ready to start round one of Ask Sheila?
I'm ready.
Think you can do as good?
I have no idea.
You think you can get to 12?
Maybe.
12's ridiculous. 15's as high as you can go. And you're at 11
That's
now.
what I strive to do, but Doesn't always happen that way.
Let's see. This looks like it's all about work, jobs.
Oh, it's always hard for me, that work.
Yeah. According to a job-seeking survey, people who put this on their resume are less likely to get the job. What is it?
This on their resume.
Yeah. They put this on their resume. They're less likely to get the job.
I don't think it would be references. I think that's good.
No, it's not references.
Ooh, I was thinking.
And I can't think of a hint for this either.
I was thinking if they don't have their phone number on there, they don't get the job. But they have to, okay. What if they don't put their phone number but have their email?
It does have something to do with email. The answer is a cutesy email address. So like,
Oh, like the okay.
right. You don't want,
Like it would be something stupid on there as their like tag something.
cutesypants McCutesy@gmail.com.
And they're like,
I don't think I'm
not
gonna
a business email.
I don't think I'm gonna hire McCutie
Because
Pants.
it doesn't sound as businessy as it could.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. A recent.
Okay, so did I get that or
No, you didn't. You did not. A recent survey shows that the average person does this about 18 times a day while they're at work. What is it? Sometimes Sheila says more.
What?
A recent
Words?
A recent survey shows the average person does this about 18 times a day while they're at work. What is it? And yeah, I'm talking about words.
Saying bad words?
Cussing at work.
Cussing at work.
Sheila
Don't you make up stuff on me.
Sheila gets all sailor mouthy. By the time afternoon comes.
Listening to all these men I work with.
Oh yeah, it's a man's fault for sure. That's exactly what it is.
It is.
Yeah. Even though there wasn't nothing but women in the office. Nothing but.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it might happen. Them catty women.
And it was filth and flarn. I had to get on to you about it.
Next.
Didn't I?
No. You make up stuff is what you do.
I ain't making this up.
Well, you don't get on to the guys.
Well, we're not. Are any of them in here? No.
They were around you.
I got on to every.
It's just like, ha, 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 boy talk, ha, 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 man talk, ha, 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 boys club. And then Sheila.
I got on to everybody.
No, you got on to me.
No, I got on to everybody. So you're admitting
You
to it.
don't have to tell.
So you're admitting to
I
it.
just said you got on to me. I didn't say I did anything.
Sounds like you're admitting.
Get on to me right now. I haven't done anything. People know that too. They know how you are.
Know it, guys. Know what really happened.
Oh my goodness.
According to a survey with Yahoo Jobs,
We need to pray for you.
employees will most often do this on Wednesday. What is it? I'm guilty of this.
You're guilty of this.
Yeah.
Is it cussing again?
No.
On Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day, hard to get over. Is it take a nap?
It is.
Is it? Because you
It's take a nap.
gave me a hint, said you're guilty of this.
Yeah.
He fell asleep, but does he never cusses.
I mean, I cuss sometimes, but it was getting bad. It was like watching Eddie Murphy Delirious or
Oh
something.
my goodness, stop it.
Yeah. It was like watching the Dave Chappelle
If y'all don't know, he really elaborates on things and sometimes makes up things.
I'm not making up anything on this deal. It was filth and flarn, and it was bad.
Oh, okay then, Bill Cosby.
I had to apologize to Miss Helen.
What are you?
Didn't I?
Well, you always apologize to her for things you do.
Yeah. I thought, right.
Right.
But I felt like I needed to apologize to Miss Helen for you ladies.
Well, I'm glad you added somebody besides just me.
It was rough. Coming up, Miss Shannon Cantrell on the way. Currently, with the Lewis and Overton County Chamber of Commerce, but not for too much longer. And also Victoria.
Victoria Wynn
yes.
Productions.
Right.
But it's Garaputos, our last.
Oh, okay. Wynn Productions.
Victoria Wynn.
The Putnam County Home Show.
I may have said it wrong.
Just a little bit. So stick around for that. It's Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window
This is
Studio.
News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400. WHUB Cookeville.
Is Russia getting ready to stop the war in Ukraine? I'm Dave Anthony. Fox News talks are planned tomorrow in Saudi Arabia, where Secretary of State Marco Rubio has arrived to lead the U.S. delegation. Russia's foreign minister will be there. President Trump says after his call with Russian leader Vladimir Putin,
I think he wants to stop fighting. I see that.
Now, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is skeptical about Putin.
He's a liar. He doesn't want any peace. But I think he's really a little bit scared about the President Trump.
Zelensky also tells NBC's Meet the Press he will not accept any agreement to end the war if Ukraine's not directly involved in the talks. European leaders are meeting today, also not happy. They're not part of the U.S. and Russian negotiations.
So they're going to tackle how to respond to the fast-moving pace of the Trump administration, which came as a shock to many of these European leaders, Washington's shifting policies, and the Trump's team's conversations with Moscow. Much of the focus will also center on bolstered defense spending efforts and the big question of sending troops to Ukraine after a ceasefire.
Fox's Alex Hogan. This is day number 500 for the hostage nightmare in Gaza since Hamas launched the terror attack and kidnappings inside Israel, triggering the war.
We're tired as families of these milestones. I did not think we'll reach such a terrible milestone.
Moshe Levy tells Fox they are fearful Hamas may not release his brother-in-law, Omri, if the Gaza ceasefire falls apart. Other hostages have been released in recent weeks. Several areas of Kentucky are underwater in a flooding disaster that left 9 people dead. Governor Andy Beshear says
so many of these fatalities were due to attempts to drive through water and through moving water.
About 1,000 other people had to be rescued. There's also flooding in Tennessee and Virginia, another storm death in Georgia. Back to President Trump. He spoke about Russia after he left the Daytona 500, where he took a lap in his limo.
I am a really big fan of you people that you do this. I don't know, but I just want you to be safe.
William Byron won the race last night. America's listening to Fox News.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our U.S.-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
He is not going to step down. New York City Mayor Eric Adams defiant, saying at a church service yesterday morning that he is on a mission from God. The mayor denies he worked out a deal with President Trump to cooperate with illegal immigration raids to get charges dropped in a federal bribery and corruption case.
Maryland Congressman Jamie Raskin, the top Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee, said on CBS Face the Nation the DOJ's proposal to Adams, as claimed by a now former federal prosecutor, is not proper.
We will drop this case against you if you engage in certain kinds of political or policy accommodations with us.
But Raskin said it's not as simple as just dropping the case. A New York federal judge must have his say.
Judge Dale Ho does not have to accept the withdrawal of the charges.
Ex-U.S. Attorney Danielle Sassoon said in her resignation letter she expects a lengthy judicial inquiry into the DOJ's request. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, it'll be quiet. No trading on President's Day. The NBA's stars shined last night.
Team Shaq, the Shaq's OGs, take home the 2025 All-Star Game.
On TNT, Steph Curry hit a shot from half court to help his team be the first to reach 40 points in the final of the NBA All-Star Game, which was a mini tournament between 4 squads. Curry scored 12 points in the finale and was named All-Star Game MVP for the second time. LeBron James, who was on the winning team, announced before the game he would not play because of lingering pain in his ankle and his foot. It ended a run of what was 20 consecutive All-Star Game appearances by James.
That's Fox's Jared Max. Hockey's Four Nations face-off resumes in Boston today. The tournament involving NHL players putting the season on hold. It's Canada versus Finland this afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern. Then at 8 tonight, the U.S. plays Sweden. The Americans already clinched a spot in the final, so today's games will decide which country the U.S. will play. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
The WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Crossville Cumberland County Emergency Management Agency officials say high winds caused possible structure damage to French's Shoes Sunday morning. A Facebook post indicating that strong gusts of wind shifted the business's roof, resulting in the closure of parts of North Main Street. That closure to continue until the building is deemed safe. A Hamilton County man pled guilty last week to second-degree murder in the death of a Putnam County child. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office says 30-year-old Justin Dixon received a 20-year prison sentence. A grand jury indicted Dixon a little more than 2 years ago after a child died from severe injuries sustained under Dixon's care. The Tennessee Higher Education Commission has approved the new standalone computer science PhD program at Tennessee Tech. University officials say the new offering will further strengthen Tech's standing as the state's premier STEM university. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
Are we, Jason? Thank you. We have Miss Shannon Cantrell from the Overton County, Livingston City Chamber.
Sheila.
Overton County, Livingston Chamber.
Livingston
Overton
County
Overton County Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sheila, we've Sheila,
her daughter Harley.
Sheila, we've talked about this. If there's multiple words in a row, you let me take care of it.
Oh.
No, he's like that all the time. See?
Yeah.
Even Shannon, she loves you, but thinks you're mean.
Well, Shannon.
Yes.
What was it that we were seeing on Facebook when you did a live Facebook? And I was like, my mouth dropped to the floor with "You're not gonna be
at the chamber
anymore." It about made me cry.
Well, it is sad. You've done such a really great job in the events that Livingston had and that you have been a part of putting together. Have been just top-notch events. And so it's always been good stuff. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
With the role that you've had for how many years have you?
It's been close to 6. It's 5.5, 6 years.
But anyway, just to say that, great job.
Thank you very much.
Whoever comes in behind you is going to have some big shoes to fill.
Well, they'll manage.
So y'all are still looking for somebody. Are you going to help train this person? And
that's my plan.
And you're going to help hire the person?
I would hope so.
Yeah. So that makes me feel a little better.
Do people need to live and be in Overton County, Livingston for that job or no?
I mean, obviously, it would be better if they were from Overton County or at least lived in Overton County, just because of the need to be present.
Right.
And when I say the need to be present, I mean I lived downtown, and that it was great in some ways and maybe not so much in others, but it does benefit someone to be close. Because there's something going on all the time, and if you're having to commute back and forth constantly, I could see that being somewhat of a hindrance.
So,
But that being said, I mean, I don't think it's not in the job description that
somebody
you have to
super
live
qualified,
in
then
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It's more about qualifications than where you live, kind of deal.
I think so.
So what are you going to be doing now?
Well,
Real Housewives of Livingston.
That would definitely be interesting. But no, I've actually got offered a remote position, so I'll be able to be at home. What's
Harley looks thrilled with that.
No. No, she's actually kind of excited about it too. But I've accepted a remote position with a company that does marketing solutions for tourism organizations.
Mom's going to be home the whole time.
I actually knew that. I wanted her to say that I'm going to be homeschooled next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're
be homeschooled. That's great.
We've
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, we've discussed it for sure.
Because
So
if I have to take care of my nephew, I won't have to be mad and I won't have to be at school.
take care of my nephew.
Oh,
that's little Tate.
He's a little tiny thing, isn't he? He's a baby.
I know,
All
but
right, so tell me about your job.
So I will be working with a company who handles marketing solutions for tourism organizations, chambers, and economic development organizations. And I'll have the southeastern region of the United States.
Wow.
So
this is still in your strike zone.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. All the things that I love to do. And of course, I'll be at home and have more time for my family, which was the largest contributor to my decision.
Right.
Because, I mean, y'all probably know, but like when I first got my divorce, I went to school, I worked. I mean, it was 60 hours a week at work. I was going to school part-time at Tech, finally graduated when I was 36 years old with my bachelor's degree, then went straight into another job and then got into real estate. So all these things have obviously, put me in a better position, career-wise and things, but it always kept me away from my family.
Right.
Almost every single thing I have ever done has been work. And I've never really had that opportunity to be able to be present and be there when they needed me, which, I mean, I never enjoyed that. Obviously, nobody would enjoy that.
But you work so hard then, so you get receive the blessing now that you're going to get to homeschool Harley.
You had to go through all that to get to this.
Yeah. I think so. And now, of course, I've got grandbabies coming. I've got two currently, and then I've got one coming in April. And, I mean, it was just time for me to put my family first. And, I mean, yeah, it was a hard decision. I mean,
you really put your heart and soul into that. I mean, you could tell it was important to you to make. I mean, not just in a job sense. You could tell it was.
It wasn't a job.
Important, right? It was important to you. Livingston was important to you. Overton County was important to you. You could tell that with how you approach every single thing.
Important to me. Yeah. And moving forward, I will definitely continue. I mean, Livingston's still going to be important to me. And I might not be able to contribute in the same ways that I have over the course of the last few years, but I will still be contributing to the growth of Livingston in some form or fashion. I don't know what that's going to look like, but it'll be definitely
Queen of Overton County.
Queen. That's funny.
But that's what happens.
Well, it still sounds like you're still going to have a lot to do, though, is it Southeast? Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
So you're more, is it consulting, too, with others? Is that mainly it?
Somewhat, yeah. Somewhat. But now one of the biggest things is, this company sells products that makes websites work more properly for tourism, or depending on what you're looking to do. Like if you're an economic development organization, they're going to sell you products to make promoting the economic side of your community easier. And, it kind of happens behind the scenes without somebody actually having to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an automated type system that will make things better from a user standpoint when it comes to your website. Same with tourism.
Well, even though the tourism thing is a big deal and it does make money, everybody's running on a skeleton crew and a shoestring budget right now when it comes to that. So this frees up probably more employee time. Is that what you're saying?
It does. It absolutely does.
Sounds fancy.
She's fancy.
It does. It sounds fancy.
It'll be fun being able to talk with other communities and learn about what they're doing in their communities to be successful, and then helping them to create those marketing plans that are just going to push them forward. That I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think you'll love it.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be.
It's
awesome
definitely up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure you won't miss the extremely hot days of live in Livingston and having to stand out in 100-degree heat and put a tent up.
I'll tell you what I told him the other day. So y'all know I live right behind the park, and I have a balcony on the back of my building that looks over the park. So I told him the other day, I said, I hope y'all have fun this year. I said, I'll be standing on my balcony waving at y'all.
See? The queen of Livingston.
I'm the queen.
That's too funny.
Let me go back in there.
She's out there. Hello. Hello, my people.
He's silly in yours.
Got more with Shannon Cantrell coming up. The short timer at the Chamber of Commerce in Livingston and Overton County. We'll be right back, so hang out with us live from the Willow Window Studio.
What do you think?
And so it was when Jesus had ended these sayings that the people were astonished at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes. Matthew chapter 7, verses 28 and 29. Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. Join us this month as we study Jesus' Sermon on the Mount from the Gospel of Matthew every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on our radio program, Words of Exhortation, right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve him and serve others.
You work hard to provide a better life for your family. The only problem is that you now have a tax bill that you can't afford to pay. The IRS is now threatening to garnish your wages and put a levy on your bank account. You can't ignore the IRS. They won't go away on their own. You need help, and you need it now. Call the Tax Pros at United Tax Fix today. Call 800-762-2768. That's 800-762-2768.
Hey Golden Eagle fans, it's your head women's basketball coach, Kim Roseman. Join us for an action-packed night at the Hooper Ebelin Center, Thursday, February 20th versus UT Martin at 5:30 p.m. with Coach Pelfrey and our men's team to follow. Come watch us battle it out on the court and help us secure another home win. Don't miss a moment of the action this season. Get your tickets today at ttusports.com or call the ticket office at 931-372-3940. Let's pack the hoop and make this season unforgettable. Wings up.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place to get away from the stresses of life. Willow Window can help transform your home with the highest quality windows and window treatments. Choose from honeycomb shades, plantation shutters, or blackout blinds for privacy. Motorized window treatments can control outside light with the touch of a remote. Get your free estimate today. Call 931-WINDOW-1. Willow Window, 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Visit IzerVay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila are here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:19 now.
And our guests, Shannon,
Sheila,
and Harley, her daughter, from Livingston, Overton County Chamber. And I can't talk this morning because it's Monday.
This morning.
But look what Harley made me.
If you're watching on
Valentine's card.
TV, you can see the Valentine's card. If you're on the radio, close your eyes and imagine it, unless you're driving, and then don't.
It's a cute little, I guess, Cupid.
It's a Cupid.
Yeah.
Cupid
Sitting
on a little cloud with little wings and little hearts all around. Says, "Be my Valentine." Thank you, Harley.
And then on the inside there's something.
Then the inside it says, "It's a
It says
be mine," and it's got a little heart looking like it's wanting to hug me.
I didn't get one.
Well, she
I
tried.
I made a reindeer and I didn't like it, and I decided not to give it to you.
Next time.
She was gonna say, "Be my dear."
Fine. I'll let it slide this time, Harley, but next time, I better get something if you're going to give Sheila something.
I'm her favorite.
Is Sheila your favorite?
Oh, well, at least she's
Harley.
honest.
Wow.
Did you?
Don't.
Jason.
Butter.
I didn't wish that on her, but it was funny that it happened.
You're all right, baby.
Is everything fine over there?
So,
Still got your tooth?
Yeah, she's good.
So how long, Shannon, are you still with the Chamber of Commerce? I mean, how much time? Do a 2-week notice, or how?
No,
or what,
I'm telling you, 2 weeks is just really not long enough.
Yeah.
For this type of organization. It's probably, I'm thinking I'll be there in some capacity through April 1st at least, or the end of March at least.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on when the board manages to agree on who to hire, because, you know, ultimately I want to be able to be there and kind of coach them through things. And I mean, I don't want them, well, I'll tell you what I told them. We've worked too hard the last, 5 to 6 years for me to just up and leave. I would never do that. I mean, all of this means too much to me to leave it that way.
I mean, it's your passion. It's not like you said. It's not a job. It's your passion.
Yeah. So whoever ends up in that position will be set up the way they need to be set up before
success.
Yeah, definitely want to leave them in a position to be successful.
So during that time, you'll still be planning all the stuff that's coming up in Livingston. I mean, how's that going to work? I know that you had big plans for 2025.
Well,
are those plans,
then they'll still continue. Of course, we've got our Live in Livingston, our Summerfest already set up. The dates, May 31st is our first Live in Livingston date, and then August 2nd and August 9th. So those are already on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is always the last Saturday or the Saturday before Halloween, so that's already set in stone. The biggest things is, of course, I mean, you don't start planning for Halloween till around the end of July, so they'll get to handle all of that. But I will still be there for questions. I've told them they could call me whenever they need to, and Pioneer Days will happen as usual. I'll stay on board long enough to get that started. So everything's going to work out just perfectly. I just have a feeling I'm not going to think anything otherwise. It's going to work out just fine.
So if somebody wanted to apply for your job or, be considered for it, how does that work? Do they come and talk to you about it, or is there a board they have to go to, or?
They will need to bring a resume by the chamber, and that's pretty much where it's going to start. And then, we're all working together on this. So You know, I had somebody come in the other day, and I sat there and talked with them for a while, and you know, and I'll turn around and recommend to the executive board to interview. So that's kind of how things will be going. But then there'll be some people that will talk to our executive board and will come in that way and bypass me completely, which is totally fine. But, you know, they're going to keep me in the loop. I'll be involved. I want to be involved, and they know that and have agreed to allow me to be involved. So
It's gotta be
that makes it easier for me.
It does, and it's got to be somebody that, you know, can work with you for a short amount of time.
Right.
And keep the vision of what Livingston has
Right.
started doing.
Right.
And that's all been under your leadership. It's going to be weird to be at Live in Livingston with no Shannon and no Curtis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just going to be weird.
Well, that doesn't mean that we won't be there.
I mean, y'all might be there, but it won't, I mean, just be different is all.
Yeah, but change is good sometimes.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Well, I know,
by
but
any means.
I'm trying to make you feel better. That's all.
We're not happy for us because, I mean, we won't get to see you as much.
No, probably not.
Oh, that makes
I might turn into a hermit and just stay at the house.
You know, I wouldn't blame you.
Sometimes
that's what he wants to be secretly.
Not all the time, though. Just when I want to be.
Just when you want to be.
Right. Like, wouldn't it be great if you could just have a hermit button and everybody's like, oh, he's got his hermit button on. like a do not disturb, but it's like you really mean it. Like when you send a text and it's like, this was delivered quietly. I don't want one that says this was not delivered at all and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And he's a hermit.
You know, when you do that, it says notify anyway at the bottom. Has anybody ever done that?
No, that'd be rude, wouldn't it?
I think it would be, but sometimes I just want to do it.
Like, what happens when?
Yeah,
What happens? Does it
does it ring real loud?
I don't know.
I don't think that's fair.
I don't think so either. But I've always wondered how that goes down on the other end.
I've never pushed notify anyway.
I've never done it either.
No, they obviously do not want to be bothered.
Right, exactly.
Notify anyone.
Right, that'd be rude to do it to
I
somebody.
think that is
then.
like the highest level of disrespect at that point, maybe.
Why would they even make it an option?
I don't know.
If they've got them silenced.
It's silenced for a reason.
What's funny is my mom until yesterday didn't know that you could turn your red off.
Yeah.
And so she was swearing up and down that she could see if I read her text. I said, there's absolutely no way. I don't have my red turned on for anybody.
Yeah.
No, I would never do that.
No, because I mean, then people know you've read it. Then they
get crazy. Like you might read it in a meeting and you still can't answer for a
right. They
couple of
expect you to respond
hours.
immediately.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
And with the same gusto that they have written you. So if they have written you a life story and you leave them on red and you write okay back, they're mad at you about it.
I know.
And I like to
There's
leave it
always going to be a reason you pick up the phone and call someone.
Yeah.
Text messages and emails are just not always the way to handle things.
No, and sometimes it can be read totally different than the way you
intended. Yeah.
had it in your head voice.
Exactly.
Not how I meant it.
So, so what's the name of this company you're gonna be working for? Can you say who it is?
I don't think it
Because
matters.
that way we can root for them a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
We're mainly rooting for you.
I know.
Right.
The company is called ITI Digital.
ITI Digital. That sounds fancy, doesn't it, Sheila?
She is fancy. She's the queen of Livingston.
Well, yeah, with her back
No.
porch.
We
back
should have
there.
got a tiara.
No.
That would be cute.
Now, a lot of times when
Harley wants one.
people leave, you get a big party. You think they're going to throw you a big party or no?
Well, I haven't even thought about anything like that. I mean, they're going to do what they want to do,
Oh,
but
they'll
I
throw
don't
you a little
know.
party or something.
You think?
I think they should.
Well, maybe y'all should plan it. I love parties.
Sheila,
Sheila, get on that. See, I'm not good
No,
enough
I
until there's
don't.
planning, and you have to be somewhere at a certain time. We'll just get Sheila to do it.
Yeah, there you go. But no, I don't need a party.
I'm glad he appreciates something I do.
But no,
I remember that.
I definitely don't need a party because.
But who doesn't like a party?
Everybody loves a party,
Needing
but
a
I don't
party
need
and
a
wanting
party.
a party are two different things.
Nobody really needs one, but do we like one? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I don't need one.
Well, Miss
Chambers needs to save their money.
Well, Miss Shannon, thanks for coming in this morning and always coming in and doing everything that you've done for Livingston and Overton County.
You have done a tremendous job.
I imagine you'll be in here a few more times before you skedaddle.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I love coming in and being
Always
with y'all.
welcome. You're even welcome when you start the ITI. Did I get that right?
You did.
ITI.
She got that right, but she can't,
Overton County
she can't say my name. She can't say my last name.
We've learned something. You got to narrow it down to just 3 letters.
There you go.
ITI. See, she can get that.
That's funny.
Good morning, Shannon. Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
good morning, Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back. We'll be talking about the Putnam County Home Show when we return.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Overnight storms downed trees and power lines as they passed through the Upper Cumberland Sunday morning. In Putnam County, Mayor Randy Porter reported at least 55 roads with trees down yesterday. Volunteer Energy Cooperative and Upper Cumberland Electric reporting a combined 10,000 customers without power at one point. No reports of any injuries thus far. A crimes against children investigation has resulted in the arrest of a Smithville man. Cookeville police charging 40-year-old Christopher Edward Williams with sexual exploitation of a minor last week. Authorities say they determined that Williams owned a Snapchat account that contained child sexual abuse materials. The Tennessee Higher Education Commission has approved a new standalone computer science PhD program at Tennessee Tech. University officials say the new offering will further strengthen Tech's standing as the state's premier STEM university. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. William Byron won the Daytona 500 for the second straight year yesterday after 2 lengthy rain delays and multiple late wrecks. Byron becomes the first back-to-back winner at the Daytona 500 since Denny Hamlin in 2020 and 2021. Ludwig Oberg won the Genesis Invitational on the PGA Tour yesterday. Oberg shot a final round 66 and birdied the final hole to beat out Maverick McNeely for his second ever tour title. Vanderbilt women's basketball player Michaela Blakes broke a freshman scoring record for Division I, scoring 55 points in a 98-88 win over Auburn in overtime yesterday. Blakes went 23 of 24 from the free throw line and 15 of 28 from the field. The number 15 Tennessee Lady Vols beat Ole Miss yesterday 80-71. Jewel Spears scored 28 on 9 of 11 shooting to lead the Lady Vols to their second straight win. The UConn women ended South Carolina's 71 home game win streak as they beat them 87-58 yesterday. The Lady Gamecocks have won 2 out of the last 3 national championships, but suffered their first conference loss and first home loss all this season. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7
TRN News.
Johnny Cash's former Memphis home is up for sale. Cash and his family lived in the 4-bedroom home on Walnut Grove Road in the 1950s. The house has been fully renovated with newly refinished hardwood floors, a new roof, new appliances, and more. The house is listed on Zillow for just under $500,000. Metro Nashville Police still looking for the suspect in a deadly hit-and-run in Madison more than 2 years after the crash. Authorities said it was February 4th, 2023, when a driver in a stolen Dodge Charger hit the vehicle driven by Kimberly Benazou at Dickerson Pike and Old Hickory Boulevard before fleeing the scene. The family of Benazou says the 26-year-old mother had been out at a celebration with friends just before her life was cut short. Anyone that knows anything is asked to contact the Metro Nashville Police. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran.
My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Megan Boswell's attorney has requested a new trial after the mother was found guilty on all 19 charges. Boswell sentenced Thursday to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the killing of her 15-month-old daughter, Evelyn, whose body was found in a trash can in 2020. Boswell was given the sentence recommended by the jury based on 3 murder counts. Attorney Gene Scott asked for charges to be dismissed or a new trial be granted based on insufficient evidence. A sentencing hearing has been scheduled in May for the additional 16 charges, where the judge could decide if her sentencing will be served consecutively or concurrently with a murder conviction. Meantime, the National Weather Service confirming a high EF1 tornado touching down in Thornhill on February 6th. This is just the 4th tornado tracked in Granger County in recorded history. An EF2 tornado also confirmed in Morgan County on the same day near Deer Lodge, close to 14 miles for tracking. The 2 February tornadoes are the first confirmed in the area since 2011. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
All eyes turning towards our winter weather event. That goes into effect Tuesday night into Wednesday. There is a winter storm watch out for areas north of Cookeville and along and north of the I-40 corridor. But today will be a dry day, mostly sunny, mid-30s. Overnight, mid-20s. Will be near 40 on Tuesday. Then the snow moves in, could see anywhere from 2 to 5 inches.
Good morning, Cookeville. With Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7
Good morning,
and
Cookeville. We're
1400,
here in the
Hub.
Willow Window Studio. It's 7:36 now.
And we have Victoria Wynn Garaputo and Steve Garaputo. They are with Wynn
Good job,
Productions.
Sheila.
I tried. I had to really concentrate. Wynn Productions. They are putting on the Putnam County Home Show at the new Convention Center on Tennessee Avenue in Cookeville. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Good morning.
Sounds like it's going to be a really big show, too. It's looking at the lineup, looks like it's going to be awesome. Tell us about it. And this is the Putnam County
Yes, this
Home
is the
Show.
Putnam County Home
Okay.
Show. It's going to be at the new convention center that they just built on Tennessee Avenue, exit 283.
It's sharp. It's
Yeah,
nice in
It's
there.
very nice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And they just finished it in December. We're going to have the first show there. It will be the home show, so anything that has to do with or in or around your home. So if you're planning a new renovation, or if you just bought a home or looking to buy a home, that's the place to go. All the experts will be there.
Seems like renovation right now is a really big deal, adding that value to your home, because you can probably sell your home for more than you've ever been able to sell your home for, but you're also going to be paying more than so you want to add some value to your home maybe before you sell it, or maybe not to sell it at all. So this is a great, if nothing else, idea starter.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come, they either just purchased a home and they're coming in for ideas as well. So they can meet with 4 kitchen companies under one roof, or 5 kitchen companies, and they can talk about their designs. Some people bring their blueprints with them. They show it to the contractors there, and it works out very well. And then they set up an appointment. They'll come to your house, and you get to meet with them face to face and talk about the job.
Well, we're going to have folks in every morning this week at 7:30. Like tomorrow, it's going to be Next Generation Painting with Jason Bohannon.
Okay.
And then we're going to have Nick Trammell with Tremont Heating and Cooling, and then among a few others.
Those guys are fun.
I mean, it's going to be a lot of folks under one roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's just some of the folks.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a whole lot more. Who else can they expect to see? I know painters, home interior, home design, maybe builders.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have Banner Build will be there. They're brand new builders. They're also having I believe they're having their opening also
they're having their
that
grand
weekend
opening.
too. So they're going to be double busy.
Oh, okay. So grand opening.
Yeah, so for
Designers-
Banner, we
designers
have designers there. So we have everything for
Window guys,
kitchens,
shutter guys.
baths. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
Willow
see.
Window will be there for sure.
Willow will be there. They have a nice
heard of
booth
them.
there.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
Killer.
They're making your home beautiful again.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Check out their new summer spaces.
Yeah.
Ding.
Ding ding, and you're okay. So I know you guys have really been a part of a lot of home shows. This is not your first one. Maybe your first one here in Cookeville.
In Cookeville.
But tell everybody kind of your background and the experience you've had. I know you've been involved with the Nashville Home Show.
Yes, I've been doing home shows for 30 some odd years now.
Oh,
A
wow.
lot of years. Yes, we started in Long Island with one show, and we built it up to about a little over 200 shows for that one company. Then when we decided to move here, we went and we checked out Nashville area, and we decided to put a Nashville Home Show there. So we put the Nashville Home Show, the Home Expo, in the fairgrounds, and then we put one in Knoxville. So we've been working here since 2020, right? January 2020, we've been doing shows here. And then we've been waiting for about 2 years now for this convention center and the expo center. So
Expo Center's gonna be huge.
What was your thoughts about moving here? From where were you from? Obviously not from here. Well,
not from here, from
Long Island. Is that where you're
yes,
from?
we're from Long Island, New York.
Yeah. So what was it? I mean, you woke up one morning and you're like, you know what? Screw Long Island.
That's about how it happened. That's about right.
If you ask my husband, he'll say that's how it happened.
Steve's like, that's how it happened.
Yeah. But as somebody who was born here, and raised here and all that stuff, it's always interesting because I know how I got here.
Right.
But it's always interesting to find out.
It's beautiful there. It really is. But unfortunately, there's things going on with their politicians there that's just not in our. It's not something that we want anymore.
Right.
We don't want to talk bad about the crooks and the thieves and the. I mean, but no, it wasn't.
No, it was
wasn't for us
so. It's something I have family here. That
Mhm.
They're from Donaldson and Smyrna,
Oh, yes.
so they've
And
been
you
here.
guys live in Cookeville.
Yeah, we live
Yeah.
in Cookeville. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful home in
We
Cookeville.
love it. We really love it.
We do. We live in the country part of it, though. So
That's
we
the
wanted
best
a little,
part.
beautiful
yeah,
part.
we wanted a
Yeah.
little bit more space,
Yeah.
But we do love it, and so we're local, and we've been working with a lot of the companies now. We're getting to know our vendors very well, and it's really like
And
and Shan Stout, of course, and you'll
That's
meet.
all you need to know.
Yeah.
It really is. It's
Yeah. I
amazing.
mean, if you know Shan, then that's all you need
That's
to know.
all you need.
Right,
She's the most
yeah.
influential person.
Yeah, she's on the cover.
Next
It
to
proves
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. She's a good person, and Randy Porter's office has been doing great with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the work that they're doing every day, they're doing something new there. Like when you saw, they've done 2 more things since the last time you were there. So you're laying
And that was
down.
just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're doing
Yeah.
the parking lots for the back where the fairgrounds will be. They're already
And they're working
began
on
on
the
the
Expo Center.
Expo Center, and that's 65,000 square feet. That's actually larger than our Nashville show. Because that is all 3 buildings combined is about 60,000.
Oh wow.
And this is 65,000, and it's actually bigger than the Lebanon Ag Center, which is 45,000 square feet. So he's doing it very nice.
This is the very first one here, and so obviously, when you're doing the first one, you're already thinking about the second one.
Second's already scheduled. It's in the fall. It's September.
September 13th.
Oh,
to
so we
It will be
14th.
this
do
year.
2
I
a
think the
year.
second one will be this year.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's great because you have different needs, spring and fall, especially here in this area. I mean, they're 2 completely separate things that you're going to need to make your home what you want for the season.
Right.
Or when it comes to fall, then you got a whole other set of things that you're looking at. You got tailgates and parties to think about.
Fireplaces.
Yeah.
You got to think about winter.
Winter
I tell you, I was without power for 7.5 hours. I've never thought of getting a generator more than I did this weekend.
And it was
That's
cold.
one.
Generator company's
That's
coming?
on our list. Since we
Yeah.
lost power once, so that's on our list.
Well, it's funny. My parents have one, and my dad's been like, "You need to get one of these generators." I'm like, And then yesterday at about hour 3, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get me one of those generators. It took 3 hours for me to live like Charles Ingalls and the rest of the Little House on the Prairie for me to be all like, you know what? This ain't it.
This no electricity is not for me anymore.
This ain't it. I'm gonna have to have me some electricity.
Not a good idea at all.
Yeah,
freezing.
but even in spring, with all the different storms and stuff like that, always looking for things to make not only your home better but safer.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are looking into that right now too.
Yeah, we'll have a tornado shelter company there.
Oh, really?
So B&H tornado shelters, he'll be there, and he has, I believe, like it's a 7,000 pound
only fits
tornado.
4 people, so just the 4 of us. The rest of them.
Yeah. Well, sorry, everybody else.
Sorry.
We'll be here first. So.
Yeah.
But so things like that for shelter and safety reasons, things like that will be available. Companies will be there to talk about it, and that's very important to me, I believe. So
yeah, absolutely.
We're not used to tornadoes and hurricanes we can do, but tornadoes. So we're gonna look into the shelter.
It's a great. You have a basement at your house?
No.
Oh well, then it would be something good to look into. Yeah. The Putnam County Home Show is this weekend.
This
Saturday. So we'll tell you more about that coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. One of our clients said something interesting about why he chose us. He said the financial advisor he had worked with up to this point in his life wasn't the one to get him through retirement. Is that you? You've made it this far, but you recognize you don't get a do-over when you're actually in retirement. It's not too late to feel confident about your financial future. The first step is easy. Set up a phone consultation or in-person meeting with any of our offices by calling us at 615-851-1950 or just go to paulwinkler.com.
And now located in Cookeville.
This week's Half Price Upper Cumberland, which you can buy at 9 a.m. this Friday morning, is Exceptional Bean, a mission disguised as a coffee shop. The mission is to provide employment opportunities and a supportive environment for individuals with disabilities. Exceptional Bean is a nonprofit, and they have dang good coffee too. Get a $25 gift card for half price this Friday morning at 9. For more information, visit our website. It's Half Price Upper Cumberland.
If you have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service along with Colonial Automotive would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Ball, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window studio. 7:48 now.
We have Victoria and Steve Garaputo from the Putnam County Home Show. They are actually with Wynn Productions, and they're the ones that's producing the Putnam County Home Show at the Convention Center in Cookeville on Tennessee Avenue. So it is this Saturday, and it starts at 10, and how late does it go?
It's 10 until 6, and then Sunday it's 10 till 5. So it's both days, and you can register online for free tickets, free admission, or you could register when you get there for free admission to get in. So we can free parking. So it's come meet the experts.
So when you register online, do you print something out and bring that with you?
It'll be on your phone, yeah.
Okay,
sure.
all right, yeah.
You scan on your phone.
PutnamCountyHomeshow.com.
PutnamCountyHomeshow.com, yeah.
And so what happens if you don't register? What's the cost if you don't?
You'd still get in. It's just that you got to register. You're
see.
pre-registered.
No matter what, you need to
right,
register.
because you'll be scanning QR codes for the exhibitors.
Oh, I see.
So in order for you to get their information, you'd have to, register.
Oh, I got
Oh, that's cool. I love how that's set up. I know the Nashville Home Show, you'd set that up the same way. And then you scan it and you can get good deals from them.
So you have they have show specials that they'll give you. You'll get all their information. You'll get who you spoke to. You get all their company information.
Great.
Yeah,
You could see their work, their profile right on the QR code. It'll come right up to their phone. And then, we'll have their information. So everyone has everyone's information. Nothing gets lost. And
Because it's hard to remember. There's so many vendors that you go and you see and you ask questions and then you're like, now who is that vendor? So this is a good way to keep everything right on your phone, and
keep
then
it on their phone. It'll scan it. It'll actually put it into their favorites on the app. So it does everything
that's
for them. So
awesome.
when they are ready, a month down the road or 2 months down the road, all they have to do is pull up their app, and all their favorites that they liked at the show will be on their phone.
They won't have to go hunt for that business card in your
Correct,
Chotsky bag.
They always lose them.
Yeah, always, yeah.
Yes.
saving trees.
Including myself.
I don't think I've ever made it home with one of those prize bags anyway, unless it was something really good. I don't
I like
know.
the pens.
I like the golf tees.
Yeah, the golf tees are always handy. Yeah, but
the pens and notepads, and then I do like the little carry totes.
yeah. Now you not your first home show, obviously. It's taken. You've done this for a lot of years. To you, what's the perfect home show? I mean, you've had a lot of these under your belt now. So what's the
Well, the
perfect
home show to me is where.
All right, Steve.
That's a good one. Okay, the home show to me, a perfect one would be where the exhibitors are happy. They've made good contacts with a targeted audience who they're, in their demographic. They've scheduled appointments. The homeowners are very happy and they're satisfied. They've met. They have a few companies that they've talked to. They can get ideas and they can compare that way. So if they're happy and the exhibitors are happy, we have a variety for everyone. I think it'll be a win-win. Now, when we get into the larger facility, that'll be 65,000 square feet, and that'll be a lot larger, and we can't get in there until next year when that's completed. But once that is completed, we'll have a much larger show.
Lecturers, we'll have guests.
Yeah, we'll have celebrity guest stars come in. We might have you guys come in.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to do anything in my house. I got to YouTube every single thing.
Yeah.
And
well, we could do. This is what we learned on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, you can learn to do a lot on YouTube.
Yeah. Doesn't mean we're going to do it right, but we'll research it. Yeah.
And my poor wife has too much faith in me. She'll think I can do stuff, and I have to be like, you know what? That's above the pay grade right there. I don't.
You're gonna have to hire somebody from the Putnam County Home Show.
Well, no, I mean, but that's right. It's a great place to go, and you can meet several different people and find the one that you can work with. And I think that's key, is being able to find somebody that you as a homeowner can work with. These are people going to be in your home.
Right.
Yeah.
Or around your home.
And it is nice to meet them and talk to them before to find out kind of who you gel with and
how you click with. And
I trust that one. That one, he told me truthfully.
Yeah.
When they meet face to face, they get, the feel for that person. They feel comfortable. They may not feel comfortable, whatever it may be. But, and that's normally what face to face means, I
think it's when you're talking about your home.
Yes.
Meeting somebody face to face is very important.
It is very important.
You know, it's different than, you know, you're just ordering a pizza. You don't care who that is.
Right.
I do.
Oh, he
Well-
does.
I mean, he likes his New York pizza.
He does.
Well,
But he loves living here in Cookeville. I don't
well,
want to
well,
mistake
speaking of, have you found a pizza place you like?
Yeah.
I know which one it's going to
I gotta say it.
be. Big Tony.
Yes.
It's great. Have you had his meatball sub?
No,
No.
we can't get off the pizza yet. We go in there, we got a
Dude,
pie, and that's
once
it.
you have the meatball sub, you may not go back to pizza.
Oh.
It's that good.
Oh, oh my goodness, I haven't
No,
had
no,
that.
no. I mean, I'm
I
serious.
believe you. I believe you.
But
It's-
if you want
I know
a
he
real
has-
New
he
York
has the-
pizza, that's Big Tony.
Oh, yes.
Right?
And he has those rice balls, too, that are amazing.
Oh, I haven't.
I know he had rice
Yeah,
balls.
it's like a big ball that he has, like the marinara
Rice ball.
sauce.
A rice ball.
Yeah. Not bowl, a ball. Oh, sorry. Like a bouncing ball.
You talk funny.
You got to string that A along. Right, I mean, the O. Rice bowl.
Oh.
I might need subtitles.
She probably needs them for me.
I always think that's funny when you're watching
I
it.
dropped the R's.
When you're watching a television show, if it's Southern people, they'll do that. They'll put up the, subtitles of what Southern people are saying. When Northern people are talking, they don't do that.
Well, they have to have it in Spanish on the bottom.
And that always bothers me. It's like I can't understand anything they're talking about, but on like Moonshiners, I can understand every word they're saying. But there's subtitles then on Moonshiners.
Yeah.
I'm like,
There's,
well, they have
there's
this.
some people in New York, though, we don't know what the heck they're saying either. So.
Oh, really? So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not just.
Yeah.
It's not just me.
Brooklyn.
Some of them sound like Teeter from Yellowstone.
Teeter from
Teeter.
Rocks in their mouth.
What is your guys' favorite thing about living in the Upper Cumberland?
Oh God, everything. The people.
The people. Really, the people. I
It
mean,
really is.
we see such kindness, and it's contagious. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of these posts on Hip Cookeville or the yesterday I was reading about the warming station in Cookeville because it was cold, and to see like this one gentleman, Blair, to go and find a home for this woman and her children.
There's a heck of a dude.
I read and he looks at me, I got tears down my face, So it's the people, and we found a wonderful church, Hope Church.
Yeah.
So we found our home. We're really home.
When you tell your friends in New Jersey about down
We
here,
have no friends in New Jersey, only New York.
Jersey, New York, and Long Island.
Long Island, whatever,
We don't talk
it's all the same.
Not,
Oh,
no,
my
not New
God.
Jersey.
They're like, we're not Jersey.
It's all the same. Whatever. Long Island.
It's
When,
like Tennessee,
It's like saying you're from Alabama.
Mississippi,
Joe
same thing, right?
Piscopo.
no, it's not.
That's the same thing. See?
All right. Long Island.
Okay.
All right. So when you tell your friends from Long Island what it's like down here, are they all like, no
They
way?
don't
Yes,
believe us.
they don't believe us.
Really?
They really don't believe
They
it.
don't believe us.
Why don't they believe you? Like
It's-
what?
it's-
We have friends that could not put a Trump sign on there, a lawn
thought
sign
he
on
couldn't.
there.
Thought he couldn't.
Thought he couldn't because they would be arrested
Yeah.
for a lawn sign.
really?
Yeah, people steal them right off your lawn. They actually rigged them. Some residents rigged them. So if you went to steal their sign, you would get a surprise of some kind.
Well,
Can't tell you what it is.
They need to leave it alone.
Yeah, but it's New York,
do
so
anything
the
about it,
the other person gets the right of way, and not the homeowner.
Because your sign was offensive, so they're allowed to take it. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's crazy. Yes, exactly.
I mean, who cares, right? Who cares
Well,
what signs
you
in
would
their
think-
Everybody
yard?
does.
You would
in New
think
York.
they
Man,
care.
that's well, welcome
And
to
our
the
friends and the
free state of
family,
Tennessee.
they just
God bless America.
can't believe, when we tell them stories, how wonderful it is here. They just can't believe it.
I don't tell too many people.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
good,
not.
good.
Well, I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
say
yeah.
what I said. I think that they'll like this. All right. You two are two old Southern souls. That's what you're not old, but I'm saying like
Yes.
an old Southern soul.
Hey?
Because they love it. Hey, what? Okay, here. But it's true. I know they have a little bit of an accent.
They'll pick up a twang before long.
Well, they
Oh,
said
yeah.
they've already because your friends say they hear you and go, well, you're all Southern now.
Well, I have family.
yet. We
We
need
both
to get
actually have
more-
family that are in Tennessee, and we have family, like my father's brothers are all military, so one of them was stationed in Tennessee, and he married here and had children here. So when you get them and us together, it's
Oh yeah.
No one can understand anyone. What did you say? Whatever.
Well, we're glad you're here in our community and putting on the Putnam County Home Show. Starts Saturday at 10. It's free to get in. You can register online at putnamcountyhomeshow.com, and then you get the QR code, and then you're able to come in and with that scan everywhere you go to keep up with who you talk to, what they had, their contact information. Made it simple for you. And if you can't make it Saturday, you can make it Sunday. And what was the starting time on Sunday?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. on Sunday as well. So go by. And plus, you get to see the inside of the new Expo Center.
Well, convention
Convention
Center. Convention
Center.
Center.
It's confusing.
And the Welcome Center.
And the Welcome Center and all of that stuff. They've really done a great job with it. But thank you guys for being here this morning. We appreciate it. We'll see you this weekend, I'm sure. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Sheila, real quick, who's tomorrow?
Jason Bohannon from Next Generation Painting. He's going to be set up at the Putnam County Home Show tomorrow. We'll talk to him about that.
Awesome. That's tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window Studio. Have a great day. Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville, W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB Cookeville.